How you doing? This is the guy from Pittsburgh, and I'm here to talk about the latest radio outrage. That outrage is that idiot George Noory on Coast to Coast and his bloated producer Tommy. Well, the latest outrage they've done, and they should both be ashamed of themselves, except they have no shame, is now they're so desperate. Noory is so desperate to do anything to keep his job. He's stealing guests from Art Bell's Dark Matter. There's a guy named McGriff. Art announced it last Friday. He's having this guest on tomorrow night. Guy's going to be talking about UFOs and abductions. And lo and behold, Art comes on tonight on Dark Matter and says, Noory has stolen my guest. He's having him on tonight. You can listen if you want. And Art says it's tacky, tacky, tacky. Well, it's worse than tacky. As a character in Blazing Saddles said, this is an act of a desperate man. And Noory is desperate. The Snooremaster strikes again. I make a prediction here and now. I've said it on Bellgab. How you doing, guys? And I'll say it here. When Noory's contract is up, when the Snooremaster scuttles out of his cave deep below the earth in St. Louis, he'll find that he's got a radioactive wasteland because the listeners will have nuked his listenership, and they'll all have gravitated to Dark Matter, and he'll have nothing. And there'll be a shelling away of wood like this with a frame of his studio that never got built because no one will be listening to this clown who's so desperate he's going to steal guests from Art Bell. And now to top it off, for years he mentioned Art Bell at the closing of his show, and now he's not doing that. He can't even mention the name of the man who created the show that he took over and destroyed. So this is the latest outrage. The Snooremaster, George Snorri, steals guests from Art Bell. The guy has no shame. The guy has no class. The guy has no professionalism. And it's time for him to go. Excuse me, I gotta have some coffee, and I ran out of my regular stuff. God help me, I'm drinking Folgers. Oh, God, that stuff's strong. You could melt paint with that stuff. I don't know how my friend Maroney drinks it. Anyway, the lowest of the low is George Noory. And I hope that eventually he falls into one of JC's boiling pits of sewage, because that's where he belongs. He's a sewer rat. In fact, I'm sorry, sewer rats everywhere. I just insulted you. Excuse me. I didn't mean it. To equate you with George Noory is terrible. I have my abject policies. Please don't descend upon my lowly apartment in hordes and attack my cats and me and start gnawing on my leg for comparing you to George Noory. I'm really, really, really sorry. That was classist and tacky of me, and I'll never do it again. So this is the guy from Pittsburgh, and I'm signing off to go back to Dark Matter, and I gotta go feed my cats. And I'll catch you next time. But this is unbelievable, the depths of this sewer slug. And I'm probably insulting sewer slugs. George Noory can stoop to do anything to keep his cushy premier rat job. Premier should fire this clown. Pay him off, get rid of him, and have George Knapp take over, a real professional who knows how to broadcast. Even John B. Wells would be better than this. The Snooremaster. You scum. Hope you get a permanent case of laryngitis. See you later.